What is good? Welcome to the Blerd podcast. I'm your host, Deuce, along with my co-host.
Your boy Brandeezy.
Subscribe to the YouTube. Leave a like on this episode so we know you enjoy all this, this nerd conversation and all that good stuff. This is Blerd podcast where we talk about movies, TV shows, superheroes, anime.
Shit, all the shit you got bullied for back in elementary school, middle school, all that shit. We talking about it.
Check out our YCC website at yccentertainment.com/blerdwatch and find all our must-sees of the month to see our recommendations of what you should read, watch, and play. And if you really like this content, join us at our Patreon to get extended episodes and bonus content at patreon.com/YCC Entertainment, just as low as $1 a month. Support your boys,
Stop being cheap and stingy.
What do you want to talk about first? A lot of movies came out since the last episode. A lot of trailers.
Well, shit. Hot topic. Let's talk about that Spiderman trailer. And talk about how the fucking tickets sold out today. Like,
yeah,
I'm mad as shit.
Hell
no. I tried. I got the email, and literally, as soon as I clicked on it, it said, "Oh, nothing's available." I was like, "Bruh."
Damn. I seen someone post on my Snapchat. I was like, "Oh, let me hurry up and go get my ticket." So I got a ticket.
Bro, I'm mad. Hopefully, I want to see it like opening week, but
yeah.
Because I know if you don't see it opening week, all those spoilers are gonna be all over fucking Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. So I gotta see it like as soon as it comes out.
Definitely don't want people to be like spoiling it for you.
Yeah, nah, bro. I think it was the last trailer, where it was Lizard, Sandman, and Electro, and when Spider-Man's jumping towards, I think it's Sandman and Green Goblin. He's jumping towards like them, and Lizard's jumping at the bottom. I'm like, bro, we know there's someone else there. Like, y'all just had to hide them, but we know someone's there.
Face,
he got hit. Yeah. So I'm like, there's somebody there. Like,
that's why I think they should stop releasing trailers.
No, they definitely should.
Marvel movies, because it's like it's a Marvel. movie.
Yeah, like we know. Like,
come on.
I feel like, what's their names? Toby and Andrew. I feel like they're in the movie, but they're not gonna have like a big like, boom, we're here moment. It's just gonna be like, hey, we got dragged into this shit. Fuck
and now we're here.
Yeah,
and they don't even have to like. They could just voice it.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Have a stunt double be in
That's
the
what
suit.
I'm saying. Like I feel like they
easy,
might die in that movie though.
Think so.
Both of them?
But yeah, that's a.
I mean, what else can they do with them?
They can go back to their timeline, like Spider-Verse, like into Spider-Verse when what's his name just went back.
Right, but
Peter B. Parker.
And the animated Spider-Verse, that Spider-Man died.
In his time, the Miles Morales' Spider-Man, yes, his Spider-Man died, but the Spider-Man who came to his universe, he went back to his own
You know what's be crazy? Like, I wouldn't be too shocked if like one of the post-credit scenes is literally just a Jordan 1 and they just show like they pan up and it's just like you like the back of the head of like the Miles Morales.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens because
it should be what's his name from Stranger Things. Luke.
I can't think. I know you're talking about. I can't think of the dude's name. Yeah, him. I don't know though. I don't know. Like, I want to give the dude that was young Killmonger in Black Panther. I can't think of the dude's name. I really can't think of the dude's name.
What's he look like? What was he? What else was he in?
I can't. That's the only thing I can remember seeing him in. But I feel like he could kind of play that part.
Young Killmonger,
like that dude. I can like he kind of has like the look for it a little bit. But I feel like they might go with dude from Stranger Things.
Oh, okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of dude's name. Like, for the love of God, I can't think.
Seth Carr.
Yeah, I could see him like, I don't know, but I feel like that's gonna be one of the post-credit scenes, and I also feel like a snippet of Venom. Like Venom, I feel like Venom's in that movie somewhere. Yeah, because the way Let There Be Carnage, that post-credit scene ended, versus the spell and No Way Home, it's like Venom's in there. Yeah. Also, I feel like, or I saw that Dr. Octopus, like I feel like he's gonna like kind of help Spider-Man, because in one of the shots, Electro's like knocking that nigga out of the building. So I feel like I don't think he's going to be like an actual villain, but he's not going to be like a hero.
That would make sense because at the end of
Spider-Man 2,
yeah, he was cool. Like he was back. Like I think it's like a PTS, like a mental break thing. Like
honestly, I would go so far as to say like I don't think he was really like a villain in Spider-Man 2. Like when he became Doc Ock, yeah, he was a villain, but like
he's being controlled by the
he really he just wanted like so you lose your wife, your woman, that most niggas just have their villain arc right then and there. They're just like fuck it, I'm gonna do all type of like crimes and say fuck the world, but
it wasn't even like to bring his wife back. He was just gonna like do his same project over again. It was almost like the project that I like did, like it actually works, and I'll actually do
facts.
Even though that my wife died while I tried to do it the first time.
And it's like he didn't want to fight Spider-Man, but Harry was paying him like, yo, find Spider-Man and I will give you anything you want. He said, bet, I can find Spider-Man for you. Let's agree on this. I get to do what I want to do.
And it was no talking when he first interacted.
When he first saw Spider-Man, it was just straight.
He threw the car at him.
Yeah, he threw because that's when he was in the coffee shop with Mary Jane. He was like, yo, I know you've been taking pictures of Spider-Man. Find that man for me. Bring him to me.
Found him.
That man found him, literally had the train scene. Bro, that's the best Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
It's the best live-action Spider-Man fight scene. What's a better live-action fight scene than him on the train?
I'll give you that because...
And the CGI still holds up till today in that movie.
I'll give you that because Tom Holland Spider-Man, his fights aren't like...
He's the stumbling around, accidentally...
My bad. You talking about the train scene from Spider-Man 2?
Yes.
It's the best live action over the ferry scene in Homecoming?
The ferry, yes. It's better than that.
Personally, I don't think Tom...
Or the whole fucking Mysterio fight.
It's better.
All against all those drones?
He was stumbling around most of that.
I feel like
Tobey Maguire was throwing hands.
I feel like with Tobey Spider-Man, like he actually like goes toe to toe with like Tom Holland. Like if you look at him versus Vulture, it wasn't a toe to toe. It was more like Vulture's whooping his ass, and Spider-Man just happened to get the one up on him. With Mysterio whooped his fucking ass.
Yeah, and
he just happened to beat the shit that was helping Mysterio.
So and even when he did fight, actually win against Mysterio, he didn't like. It was basically a fight against drones. Like it wasn't.
Yeah. Now Andrew though, he has some good fights. Him and Lizard, him and Electro, like he has some fights.
But Tobey Maguire was literally throwing hands, and he actually saved the train instead of Tom Holland having to get Iron Man to help him out with the robots and shit. Tobey Maguire was like, "Nah, let me handle this my goddamn self," and save the train while beating what's his name, Octopus.
He
fair lost
point.
At the end, but
he did lose, but it's like I lost saving people.
Yes, he saved everyone.
Like
even when Doc Octopus was throwing people out the train,
bruh,
he was catching them with the webs.
Bruh, that man, Toby, he's goated. Like I used to think he was the best Spider-Man, but it's kind of nostalgia reasons why I think he's the best. I personally I give it to either Andrew or Tom.
As Spider-Man, strictly Spider-Man.
Andrew or Tom?
I would say Andrew for strictly Spider-Man.
Andrew, I feel like his Spider-Man, like he gave off like the goofy crack a joke, fight, crack a joke, throw some little witty ass joke in there. Like that was him.
He was the perfect amount of child without being Tom Holland. That's my issue. Like he's too young. Like he acts like a middle schooler.
My thing with Tom Holland Spider-Man, and it's nothing like I can't say
stop doing this. Spider-Man started being Spider-Man when he was 15 years old.
Yeah, but he's I understand he's a kid.
You want him to grow up super fast. It's like, nah, drag these movies out.
No, I want him to be a genius. He's a genius. Yes, he's a kid, but he's still a very intelligent, one of the smartest kids in his universe. Regular kids.
Yes, but not at the beginning of Amazing Spider-Man. When Spider-Man first started off, he didn't have those kind of gadgets. He created his own web shooters.
Yeah, but he was always smart.
He was always smart. He's not smart. How do you think he beats all the villains that he beats? Think about how he beats all the villains that he beats.
How do you beat Vulture? Tom Holland's Spider-Man. How do you beat Vulture?
He honestly didn't beat him. Vulture kind of beat himself.
That's true.
Vulture really beat himself.
And did he really put hands on Mysterio, or did he just?
Spider-Man did the mathematics calculations to get a drone to send him 300 feet in the air. He showed his smartness.
That's fair. That's fair.
My only problem with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and again, it's not like really his fault. It's just how how the movies are set up. But all of his like problems and his villains are really Tony Stark's villains. Like none of them are really like
100%.
Like none of them are really like, yo, I'm here strictly for Spider-Man.
Yes.
Versus Toby and Andrew, we're here for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about anybody else. We're strictly here for you.
That's a great point. I never thought about it.
Like literally, like Vulture. Oh well, I became Vulture because of Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Mysterio, yeah, I'm Mysterio because Tony Stark took my technology and I'm gonna fuck shit up, and I want those glasses. Nothing to do with Tom Holland.
So this is gonna make Homecoming or Far From Home. No, what is it?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. It's gonna make that way better because all these villains are gonna be for his neck.
But see, the thing is, I saw that they have like the nanotech. They have like Tony Stark's like. So it's really again like I get it though because Iron Man did start the whole MCU, but it's like can we kind of like separate Spider-Man from Tony Stark in this new phase because at this point Iron Man's been dead for some years.
Yeah, and Electro, he had the
arc reactor.
reactor.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like with this one, like you said, they are coming after Spider-Man because in their universes, Spider-Man did beat them.
Yeah,
and they're like, you know what? We don't want to die, and Spider-Man kind of helped us die, so we need to stop him before we end up dying or whatever the fuck's going to happen to them. So yeah,
it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
whatever is gonna happen,
man. I'm telling you, like honestly, I think that's one of the most hyped up, one of the most hyped up Marvel movies coming out since Infinity War.
Definitely,
because like they know what to do. Like you have Jamie Foxx in that movie back as Electro. And you have Doc Ock and William Dafoe as Green Goblin. Yeah, you know what you're doing.
And a lot of people, you said you didn't like the Tobey Maguire's third Spider-Man, Spider-Man 3.
Nah,
because of all the villains.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
But now the way to counter all the villains is have superheroes. Have enough superheroes to be able to fight everybody.
And on top of that, like in the third Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, his sidekick or quote unquote sidekick, Harry, was no help.
When he was fighting Sandman?
Did barely any damage.
Yeah, but
that man
what are you supposed to do with Sandman? Yeah. What are you supposed to do with
that
Sandman?
Man showed up just to die.
He threw a bomb. Don't do that.
He was giving Sandman a little,
he
wasn't. He threw a bomb.
And shot some fire.
He threw a bomb, got smacked.
Iced him?
He threw a bomb, got smacked by Sandman.
He fired him and turned him to glass. Okay.
After Sandman smacked him, Venom stabbed him. That was the end of his story. That was literally his little 5 minutes of fame.
He did the best he could.
What he was given?
Yes.
Like,
what can you do with Sandman? Tobey Maguire didn't even beat up Sandman.
Honestly, I really don't know how you can beat Sandman. I feel like Sandman should be really like more of a OP villain for Spider-Man. I mean, but I'm saying like
he didn't guilt trip him.
Yes, he did.
No.
Yeah, he did.
Tobey Maguire felt I don't know.
He guilt tripped him.
He didn't.
Sandman was like, "I'm going to change my life now."
I mean,
you watched the same movie
and faded away.
I mean, but when he had the symbiote, he kind of was whooping Sandman's ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he almost killed him.
But he had to help with water.
But that's how you beat Sandman.
That's how you beat Sandman.
Yeah, but how else are you going to be in that situation where you're in the tunnels that you could just easily spray Sandman with water? Like Sandman's like that's not going to happen again. Basically,
he did that on purpose though. He lured them, or he specifically followed him there.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Because he was chasing him around and then waited till he went into the subway.
Because that's how that was right after you robbed the banks, right? Okay, dang.
So I saw. Speaking of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I saw. I think it was Spider-Man 1. I don't know if like we missed it, but they mentioned Eddie Brock.
Okay.
I forgot what scene it was, but what's the black dude's name that was in the Daily Bugle?
I have no idea.
I can't remember his name. But he mentioned, he was like, oh, Eddie's already on that. I can't think of his name, but So I read up on it. They actually hired someone to play Eddie, and they shot some scenes for him. All
Wasn't
that.
Topher Grace.
No, it was somebody else. They shot some scenes for him. All of that. Cut it. So
Wow.
there's a book. I think it involves the first Spider-Man. And they kind of like mention like what happened and what he's doing, X, Y, and Z. I was like, it's kind of like I'm kind of glad they cut it because Topher Grace kind of was like Eddie Brock.
Yeah. They be doing that in Spider-Man movies. Like, they cut out all of MJ's part in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Like, she was a whole ass character.
Yeah, because I don't think most people know this, but like he dated Gwen Stacy prior to Mary Jane. Like, but it's just Mary Jane's more popular than Gwen Stacy. But it's like he literally only was fucking with Gwen Stacy.
Well, they did that on purpose in the comic books because they introduced Mary Jane very early, but they never showed her.
Yeah,
like they would always just show her like her hair, the neighbor with the red hair and stuff like that, kept teasing at it, and then they finally released, like showed her, but they were just friends at first while he was dating Gwen Stacy.
I like her better than Gwen Stacy as a counterpart.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't he get her like after high school?
Mary Jane?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
he didn't start dating Mary Jane until after Gwen Stacy died.
Which is on par with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, because he didn't.
You mean Andrew Garfield?
No, Tobey Maguire, like they didn't start. He
was dating her like in the second one.
Yeah, they were out of high school in the first one.
Nah, they didn't graduate yet.
Yeah,
yes, they did. Yes, they did. Because Norman died. Yeah.
Yeah. At the funeral.
Yeah.
That's when like she was like, I
thought the graduation happened the second one.
Nah, it's the first one.
No, it's the first one.
Damn.
You're thinking about Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, I'm mad. They cut out all the Mary Jane scenes in Amazing Spider-Man. And if they had a third movie, it would have been perfect because
they should have gave him. He deserved a third.
Now,
movie.
I think Andrew Garfield would be a perfect, or his Spider-Man would have been perfect to have the symbiote. That would have been a perfect Spider-Man go against Venom.
Yeah.
I don't think this Tom Holland's Tom Holland's Spider-Man and what's his name? Tom Hardy. I don't think that's good. It looks good on paper, but like
this might be a chance to see Tom Holland's like acting range because we have never seen him be like a villain yet, or be like a baddish guy. So this would be interesting for him to get the symbiote and see how that affects his Peter Parker.
In this movie?
No, not in this one.
No. But
in future movies.
How do you even get the symbiote? Like, it's on Eddie Brock as we speak.
But you seen that they teased that Venom had a liking for Peter Parker. First sight, seen him on the TV. I like that guy. So you think as soon as like Venom encounters Peter Parker, he's on him. He's abandoning Eddie Brock.
I don't know. I feel like they might fight first, and then like he's gonna hop on Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Like, you know what?
Like after he beats him.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? Like I like him. Like,
that's
who I want to be with. Or he might remember that fucking Toby's Spider-Man killed fucking Topher Grace's Venom. He did say like, I've had, or like there's like multiverses and like thousands of me and whatever. It's like, this isn't the only me.
Yeah.
So it's like, really, I don't know. Anything's possible.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think he'd be an interesting test for Tom Holland to see like what he'd be like.
Now, what I will say in that trailer, when MJ's falling, I feel like that's either going to be Toby or Andrew going to pick her up.
It should be Andrew.
It should be Andrew for the whole fact of Gwen Stacy, but I'm like, that's not Tom Holland. I don't care what they say. That's not Tom Holland.
Yeah, but if Andrew does it, he might break her neck.
Stop.
No, he's
Stop.
He's not gonna let that happen.
I'm not ready to trust him with that responsibility.
Honestly,
he was preoccupied. Honestly, in that fight, he had a lot on his plate.
I had to look back at that fight. I was like, did he break her neck? Or her neck snap?
Oh no, she snapped that ground, bro.
Yeah. But I was like, she hit the ground. Like,
it wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault, but it was his fault.
How was it his fault? What did he do?
That man literally, as she's shooting the web, it did grab her.
Yeah.
It kind of, so like, let's say like I'm falling and like you like send something to like grab me. Would it not like pull me up just a little bit? So
recoil?
Yeah. So regardless, her neck was going to snap.
Yeah, regardless, her neck was going to snap. But he tried his best.
I mean,
but he's supposed to be a genius, right?
Yeah, but
He's
that's
supposed to be super
no,
smart.
that's different.
He-
That's different.
He had already graduated high school.
Yep, he in college at this point.
He couldn't factor in the fact that
I like that. I like the energy. I like the energy. Let me check if you're wrong.
He in
though.
college at this point.
Doing something and failing is totally different from stumbling around the entire fight. Those are two different things. Tom Holland is stumbling around the fights, accidentally doing things that like could be bad or good. Andrew Garfield tried something and it failed.
But
Those
Andrew
aren't different.
knew how to stop Green Goblin.
No, he did. He was trying to fight him.
He managed to tie him up,
Yes.
and once the clocks kept spinning, and that shit fucked him up, that knocked him down. You're telling me he couldn't somewhat in that time do something for Gwen Stacy?
You seen the fight? He was
I seen
literally
it.
going back and forth trying to save her and trying to fight him at the same time.
I also blame Gwen dying on Gwen, because why were you there?
Definitely. And what did he do? He told her first not to come, and when she wouldn't listen, he tried to web her up to the car. He did everything he could, but it was her fault, honestly.
So she deserved to die.
I'm not
Yikes.
saying that. But
Yikes.
it was her fault.
Not saying she deserved it, but like, just imagine.
It's what you get.
yeah. Like, just imagine if she listened to fucking Spider-Man. Hey, do not follow me. Do not come with me. Please stay here.
He did the best he could.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to come with you.
And that's my issue with Tom Holland is MJ seems to always be around now.
Honestly, I have
Always.
a somewhat disliking for Zendaya's portrayal of MJ. Like it gives more like I'm your best friend versus like I like you. Like this
Yeah.
is really like we're friends or like some middle school crush type shit.
That's where the
Wait.
middle school thing comes in.
What?
They don't
What?
seem like they seem more buddies.
Yeah, like
They
they
weren't dating in the first two movies. They didn't start dating till the very end of the second movie. What are you talking about?
No, he took her out on a date on the second one.
yeah.
Like the middle of the second one.
Yeah, he took her out on a date in the middle of the second one. And then there was no more of that until she found out that he was Spider-Man.
But she said she knew he was Spider-Man since the beginning.
That's irrelevant to what their relationship was.
I mean, not really. Like he.
Even in the trailers now, like you still don't get that. Like when they were on the rooftop and they were just talking, yeah, it was a little flirty, but it still just seems like on some friends stuff. But that's not even about their relationship. She's just her portrayal.
Yeah,
as
that's what I'm
MJ
saying.
is just. It's like why is she even? She doesn't even have to be.
She
Mary Jane.
doesn't. Like, not saying that she's a bad actress, but it's just her as MJ is like I don't get like, oh my God, like she likes Peter Parker. Like I get like, oh, he's cool.
She was a bully in the first movie.
Why? Exactly.
Y'all, see, this is
Why make her MJ?
This is my problem with you niggas.
All
Y'all
right.
want to rush everything
All
in
right.
Spider-Man.
All right.
No, it's not about rushing.
Y'all want to rush the relationships. Y'all want to rush the Miles Morales. Y'all want to rush the Venom symbiote. Like let this dude breathe for 9 movies.
Time out. You got that love thing between Andrew Garfield and Gwen Stacy, or between Emma Stone in the Amazing Spider-Man, and you got the same thing from Tobey Maguire and his.
So what's
Spider-Man.
fine with them being friends for half the damn movie then? If we tired of seeing the love stuff,
We're in the second movie, and they're just now being.
they're just now starting to date.
Maybe it's just like, I don't like her portrayal as MJ.
That's
Maybe-
fine,
maybe
but
that's
like
where
stop
it is.
rushing the damn
All right.
Spider-Man. I don't want to see Miles Morales until movie 7.
I'm not
Movie
rushing
7?
Spider-Man. It seems like they're like I said before. Tom Holland is literally just Miles Morales. He's literally just taking that young boy. I get that Spider-Man is young, but come on, bro. How young we gonna get?
I think
He's going 1 year every movie.
I think Tom Holland said like he doesn't want to be Spider-Man past 30. So
Okay.
they have a solid 4 years left of him being Spider-Man if that's what he wants to do. Like he said if he's Spider-Man past 30, he's done something wrong.
I mean, if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come back, they're both definitely past 30.
Hell, fucking Andrew Garfield was pushing 30 when he first started.
Also,
Exactly.
it's not an origin movie for them, so it doesn't matter how old they are.
Wait, so is it you starting off as Spider-Man 30, or you're playing Spider-Man up to your 30?
How does your mic keep messing up?
I don't know. It's right.
You're not projecting.
Okay, should I just speak louder then?
Yeah.
So what is the deal? Can they not play Spider-Man up to the 30? Why not?
Well, I
No, he was just saying that Tom Holland doesn't want to be Spider-Man past 30.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't matter how old these other Spider-Man are. because they're seasoned Spider-Man.
Right.
They're not. There's no origin story, so it doesn't matter how old they are.
So you just don't want someone playing a young Spider-Man that is old.
No, Tom.
Yes, I don't want an old guy playing a young Spider-Man.
I'm asking, is that what Tom Holland meant?
I don't
he
know.
doesn't want to be 30 playing Spider-Man.
Got you.
Like he wants to. Like he said, if he's playing Spider-Man past 30, he's done something wrong.
Okay.
And I'm like, he kind of has a point,
Yep,
but
pass the gauntlet.
like at the same time, I wouldn't be too mad if he's like 31, 32 plus playing Spider-Man.
I'm confused when y'all keep saying pass the gauntlet, but everyone's excited for Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire to be in
Because
Spider-Man.
they're not gonna. We've already seen
Because Tom Holland still has the gauntlet.
right, and
Okay.
they're not having another origin story. They've already been Spider-Man. They're
And
just
also, what way to bring in the multiverse than through Spider-Man?
Yeah.
People know more different iterations of Spider-Man than they know anything else.
that's like Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck. Like, you know what I'm saying? You already know about Michael Keaton. He's a seasoned Batman. You know about Ben Affleck's Batman, but you have no origin stories. Like, you know what? Bring them back. Boom. Tom Holland, bring back Andrew and Toby. Boom.
Like he still doesn't want that. I just when I think about
I know. You just gotta. You're moving it too much. Stop moving it around.
when I think about Tom Holland being Spider-Man in his 30s, that kind of sounds dope to me. Like him portraying that Spider-Man as 30. I feel like that'd be a better Spider-Man than the Spider-Man he's playing right now.
Yikes. Wow, that's a hot take. Wow.
I'm just saying.
Why do you think that?
I get it. It comes back to the young thing, I think, for me.
So Tom Holland's your favorite Spider-Man?
No. Andrew Garfield's my favorite Spider-Man.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
I'm the only person that likes Tom Holland, Spider-Man, and Peter Parker. He's my favorite both.
He's a good
He's your
Peter
favorite
Parker.
both.
He's a very good Peter Parker.
He's my favorite both. My favorite
Yes.
Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
Yikes, I don't know about
That's wild.
favorite Peter Spider-Man. He's a good Peter Parker.
I like it. Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker.
I actually didn't like his Peter like that.
Why not?
But let me not say I didn't like his Peter like that. Pause.
You're just not talking into your mic. That's all.
Wait, who, me or him?
Him.
Oh, my fault.
This whole episode is gonna be him telling me to talk into my mic. All right, we're good.
I liked Toby's. I liked him as Spider-Man, but like his Peter Parker side, like it was more. I don't know. I feel like he really portrayed Spider-Man. Like had I not known or like known anything about Spider-Man prior to Tobey Maguire, I would think like he's actually Spider-Man. Like with Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man, people really base like his facial structure on like Iron Man. Like they'll say, oh, he's really like Tony Stark, like in the comic books and shit like that. Like I get Spider-Man from Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
But Peter, I give Peter to Andrew.
Wow. Okay. Well, why? Like, what standout moment was like, this is real? This is Peter.
Gwen Stacy.
Like him. Like
His whole him actually like them actually developing or going into like who Peter was prior to Mary Jane.
Definitely.
Versus it's like we have Gwen Stacy. Like Toby, you had Gwen Stacy in the third movie for like a little cameo, and they just didn't work out.
He went on a date and stuff.
Yeah, like he went on a date, made Mary Jane jealous. That was it. Versus Andrew, you have, I like Gwen. This is who I want to be with. I'm going to marry her.
The movies were based around their relationship more.
Like more so, like actually, like,
which
like I like when movies are kind of like comic book accurate. Like I'm really kind of nitpicking on shit like that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I get it. You can't have every like last detail comic book accurate because you can't put everything from a comic book to a fucking movie. Just impossible. That's just me personally, though. I like a huge fucking like comic book fucking geek. Personally.
Okay.
Fucking, but yeah, man. Let's talk about them worst sidekicks.
we can go into like a worst sidekicks of all time. You wanted to start with like movies first. Like who would you say is the worst sidekick?
I want to start with my man's Jason Todd TV show, or is that comic book?
Jason
Todd.
Yeah.
So I had to think about it. I was like, you know what? He's not a bad sidekick, but I had to really look back on him. I was like, he kind of is a bad sidekick because
The worst sidekick.
that man Bruce Wayne changed your life.
Yeah.
Literally went after the nigga that killed you. Had his back broken in the process. Got his ass beat so many times over you. He's depressed about you. This, that, and the third. Literally, you come back from the dead to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to beat you. But if you want to, I'm going to beat you, bring you back to my team. But if you want to still do that wild shit, you can do that, but under my supervision. And no guns. And that man, Jason Todd's like, yeah, fuck you. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. It's like, dude, Batman wants to literally, help you. Like, he looks at you as, his son, and you're just, pissing on him.
Yeah.
Like, has his hand out, please come home. You're like, fuck you. I don't care.
I think he's the worst sidekick because he's the only sidekick I can think of that actually switched up on his mentor. Like, when in terms of sidekicks can be really bad and they can do certain things here and there and they can not be useful, but he actually switched up on his guy.
So Anakin.
Yeah, I felt as though in their later years it was more of a partnership. I get that he was his master technically, but Anakin was always more powerful than Obi-Wan. So what
Powerful? Oof.
He's the chosen one. So in terms of sidekick, what do we mean?
Actually,
Oof, that's
Luke was the chosen one.
Oof.
We're still hold on. Was Anakin Skywalker not the chosen one?
Absolutely not. They got it wrong. Luke was the chosen one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, wrong Skywalker. They fucked up.
Why do you say that?
What do you mean they fucked up? What do you mean? Why do I say
I'm
that?
just saying Anakin can see the future and do shit that Luke couldn't do until later in his life. Anakin was doing as a young kid.
No, Luke was the chosen one. The chosen one was supposed to save the galaxy.
But who gave birth to the chosen one is what I'm asking.
That's irrelevant to who the chosen one was.
How? That's got to be some. I feel like Luke's chosen one-ness.
No, absolutely not.
It's literally inherited. What's his name? Qui-Gon Jinn. Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
He said that his midichlorians. What is the
midichlorians?
Yeah, that his were off the chart, higher than Yoda's. So, I mean, is that not chosen one material?
I mean,
we don't know what Luke's midichlorian levels was.
That's true.
Anakin was a prodigy in his own right, but he wasn't the chosen one. The chosen one was supposed to bring about the new dawn of the future.
Technically, Darth Vader did that.
My God.
He switched up. He's like,
I got nothing.
If it wasn't for him, the Clone Wars would have never happened.
It would have happened.
How?
So what?
Palpatine chose him.
But the Clone Wars happened episode 2.
I mean, not Clone Wars. What happened in the third one?
Oh, yeah.
The decimation of the Jedi?
Exactly. That would have not happened without Anakin.
He
was the one who killed all the Jedis.
They kept killing all the damn what's the interns? The apprentices.
Yeah.
But Grievous was kind of doing that himself, and Count Dooku. So
Obi-Wan washed Grievous, and what's his name? I think Anakin washed Count Dooku. Cut that nigga's head off clean off.
That was a teamwork effort.
Yeah, but Obi-Wan definitely was fighting Dooku as well.
No, in the second one, but in the third one, when
they both were fighting.
No. Count Dooku pushed Obi-Wan to the side, and a beam fell over Obi-Wan.
That's in the first one.
That's the third one. Too.
The third one. Anakin killed what's his name?
Count Dooku.
Count Dooku by himself.
But at the same time, Dooku was also not trying to kill Anakin. He was trying to expose who the Sith Lord is.
That's true.
So it's like
Anakin still caught that body though.
He definitely did. I'll give him. He definitely did. But did he want to? The moment he had fucking Dooku right then and there, he was like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do it.
And he did it.
Fucking what about Tails though? Would you say that's a terrible sidekick?
What did Tails do wrong? I'm confused. I know she wasn't that useful.
Tails is a girl?
No, Tails is a boy.
Oh, I was about to say, I got this shit all wrong this entire time.
Is he a boy?
Yes.
Oh.
His name is Miles. Miles Tails Powers.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I've been getting Tails misgendered. I was like, oh my God. I was like, no.
You gonna get canceled?
Yeah, I was like, no, I don't. I was like, please don't cancel me. No, I've been thinking Tails was a fucking dude.
My fault, Tails. My fault.
Tails is a boy.
So would you say Tails is a bad sidekick?
He never contributed.
I feel like personally, Tails kind of annoyed me. So
Yeah.
like, I got more like complaining and nagging versus like let me actually like step up in my role.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Knuckles was a better sidekick. Well, could you say Knuckles was a sidekick?
Nah, he was a rival.
Okay, so
He was
Okay.
a rival before Shadow.
Yeah. So,
Based on the video game lore, he was the original rival.
Knuckles was.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
I just thought like
When I first got introduced to Knuckles, it was
yeah,
like
I just thought Knuckles just didn't fuck with Sonic. Like I just thought like it was on some like Goku Vegeta type shit.
Well, that was because what happened was Eggman kept tricking Knuckles into getting him to do his dirty work towards Spider-Man. I mean, towards Sonic.
Okay.
So, but then it kind of became a rivalry kind of thing.
So yeah, I actually I'm gonna go down.
And that's for games, right?
Yeah.
What else? Who else?
TV show. I'm saying Tommy from Power.
Okay.
And I'm gonna explain why I'm saying Tommy from Power. So, Tommy and Ghost, they were like best friends, like since they were kids, type shit, damn near brothers. And but with Tommy, he let like outside people get in his head, and every time somebody got in his head, they're like, "Yo, kill Ghost."
Yeah.
And that nigga was literally about to kill Ghost every time. It's like, dude, how you my brother, my best man, but any chance you get, you want to kill me because someone's telling you kill me. Like, that's a terrible sight. Like, you're the worst sidekick possible. Like, you want to fucking kill me over some outside people when I'm your fucking boy? And out of all those times those people told you to kill me, they all ended up dying? Like, you was going to turn on me for some pussy? Nah, you a terrible sidekick. I can't bang with that. That's some disloyal shit. I can't.
That is
fuck with
wild. That's some Jason Todd type stuff.
Like really, no, really, like you gonna turn to your mans for like some pussy, like, and when your mans is telling you from the start, like, dude, I'm the only one that had your best interest. I have your back, and you're like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you. I guess that's some fucked up shit, man. I don't know. I think he's the worst fucking sidekick.
I'm not too familiar with Power, but I do know what you're talking about.
That's just me personally. I may be biased or whatever, but that's just how I feel.
As for like animation, like cartoon, I would say Sokka from Avatar: Last Airbender.
Why do you say that?
Because he was the only one in the group who didn't have any type of bending. Like he had a boomerang and a sword.
He lost his sword after like 3 episodes.
Exactly, and they made a whole deal about it, like him learning how
The whole episode.
Yeah, just to never use it again. It's wild.
Sounded like Black Widow.
You gotta chill. You gotta chill.
I mean, they kind of similar. Let me not play here.
Are they?
No.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that.
I mean,
I feel
like,
who would be the equivalent to Avengers? Maybe she would be.
I mean, I'm not saying
She's not a sidekick.
In terms of like all the Avengers, she would probably be the Sokka of the game. Unfortunately.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just like you got put into a spot where you're fighting with people that, like Nelson said earlier, gods, super fucking humans, and a man with anger problems. Like, it's not that you suck, but you're just
suck in comparison.
Yeah, you
She
suck.
might be Sokka.
I would say they're kind of like the same in that aspect. That personally, that's what I would say.
What is who do they use to fly?
Talking about
Appa. She might be Appa. She might
Yikes!
be Appa.
Yikes, that's why.
And
Yikes!
Ant-Man might be Sokka.
Yeah, Ant-Man plays a bigger role though. Ant-Man has a weight, like he can
Compared
actually.
to-
Ant-Man can contribute to things though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in terms of like Avatar universe versus Avengers universe. Ant-Man would probably be the Sokka.
He's the distraction. That's what Ant-Man did every time. Just distracted.
That's fair because in Endgame he just was a distraction.
He didn't do
like,
anything.
That man just had one job was to distract Thanos and failed at that.
For movies, I would say either Ron Weasley or Roger from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Why do you say Roger Rabbit?
Because he literally just bitched and complained and moaned the entire movie. He didn't do anything to contribute to the actual, like, if anything, he put what's my man's name? The main character, the detective. He put him in more harm's way
Was
than anything.
that Brendan Fraser? Was he in that movie?
Oh no. Brandon Fraser's like the Mummy and
I swear he was in that movie. Nah.
you talking about can you look him up?
Who?
He was in Home Alone. No,
The
that wasn't
Mummy.
him.
Who am I looking up?
No, Brendan Fraser is from The Mummy. Can you look up Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the main character?
I swear that might have.
Short,
Oh, okay. My fault. I'm thinking of somebody else. My
Bob
fault.
Hopkins.
Bob Hopkins. What else is he in?
My fault. I'm thinking of somebody completely else. That is my B. When did that movie come out?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? A long time ago.
So my
What else is he in?
my memory of that movie is very, very like vague. So you guys might have to like refresh me on that.
1988 is when Who came. I mean, he's in a bunch of old movies. Like in the 90s.
I thought he had a few kind of like.
Snow White and the Huntsman he was in. It was the last movie he was in, apparently.
Oh wow.
Is he dead?
No.
Oh,
He was in something he was really good in. Unleashed with Jet
yeah,
Li.
he was the
Yeah, he was good as hell in that.
Yeah. The one that actually owned Jet Li. You never saw Unleashed?
nah, I've never seen it.
It's a good movie.
He basically
It's
Jet.
actually one of my favorite Jet Li movies.
Oh yeah, it's good. Jet Li was basically like a fighter for him,
Yeah.
and the guy had found him when he was a little kid and basically trained him to be like a dog fighter, and he had like a leash on him and stuff. And when he would take the leash off, Jet Li would just fight like an animal, like a dog. And throughout the movie, Jet Li is like learning to like basically be free and be an actual human. Morgan Freeman's in that.
He was Mario in the Super Mario Brothers.
Sounds like
That's right.
Sounds like some fucking Inuyasha shit.
That's right.
Yeah, he was the guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit was the same dude that played Mario.
Oh, fuck. It just crossed my mind. It just crossed my mind. So I looked over there, it just crossed my mind. So I would throw this out there for another, like, one of the worst sidekicks for anime, Usopp. I would throw him out there.
Okay. What anime is he from?
He's from One Piece, that long ass fucking anime.
Okay.
Chill. It just literally like when I saw that, it just came. It just reminded me that dude. So like, let's say, you know what I'm saying, like we all got powers, and he's kind of like, what's the dude's name? Sokka. What's his name?
Sokka.
So he's kind of like him. Like,
Okay.
His power is a fucking slingshot.
Oh
Like,
wow. So even worse than a boomerang.
that man, he can't do shit. Like it's if I get beat up, you get beat up, and it's just Usopp left. We're done because he has a fucking slingshot. And what's a slingshot gonna do to a fucking giant or some shit like that? So honorable mention, I will throw him in there.
Okay.
But out of all of them, I got Tommy maybe like 2. One.
Wait,
like,
did y'all figure out these two?
oh shit, my fault.
I feel like Roger Rabbit is definitely worse than Ron Weasley.
Why do you say that?
Because it was Chamber of Secrets? Ron Weasley was the one who helped him do the chessboard. Like, if it wasn't for that, Harry would have died, like, in the first movie. So, I mean, Ron is in every movie, like, helping Harry out every time.
Not, it was just that one. He didn't do anything. All he did was get hurt. All he did was get hurt in that movie.
Yes, that is true. But he was the one who was controlling the board.
That's his only feature. He was a good chess player.
He's a ride or die is the point. Like Jason Todd, Roger from Who Framed, they were never on the team. They were always doing their own thing. Like Ron was a ride or die, whether he was doing something or not. He was always there to help.
Didn't he have a falling out of jealousy?
Oh no, it was due to the Horcrux corrupting his mind. It wasn't like he was, It was the Horcrux.
He said this guy.
It
Get a
does
load
the
of
same
this
shit
guy.
that the Red Kryptonite does to Superman. It does the same shit. It corrupts you mentally. As soon as he took that shit off, he was cool again. So
Sounds like he has a weak mind. I
Ron
don't know.
brought problems.
no, what do you mean?
Harry would have had a solid fucking magic graduation process if not Ron. Ron was always like, he was the reason everything that crazy. The Weeping Willow. Ron had the rat that was actually the bad guy.
That
in
is
Prisoners
true.
of Azkaban.
That is wild, but he didn't know that. He didn't know that. That is wild, though.
Ron brought nothing but problems.
Ron put him on the Jenny, though.
All right.
So
So you're going with Ron or Roger? Which one?
I think Roger's worse. Roger didn't contribute at all.
Okay.
Like, not a little bit.
So out of those 5, like where would you rank them?
I would say Jason Todd,
Number
Roger
1?
Rabbit,
Okay.
Tommy, Sokka, and then Tails. Jason Todd first. I'm actually going to say Tommy. And then Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Then Sokka. Then Tails. Actually, I might say Tails before Sokka. Tails, then Sokka. What about you?
I would probably actually no, I don't have a problem with that because personally, I don't think Tails was like that bad. It's
Yeah.
just it's
Would you switch them for Sokka? Do you think Sokka played more?
yeah.
of
I
the two?
would put Tails at 5. No. That's
I think Sokka had less of an impact than Tails.
yeah. I think he did. Like
Okay.
just look
That's
at
fair. No,
look
that's
at
fair.
any of like the Sonic like shows or video games. Like
Tails-
Tails does kind of play like a important part in
Yeah.
some of the video games and like TV shows. So I will give him that credit. To an
But they
extent.
could have did all that without Sokka.
No, they definitely could have. But I'll give my man a little credit. I'm not gonna be a player hater my entire life.
But but we can both agree Jason Todd.
Oh no,
is
most
the
definitely. Jason
worst.
Todd is like the worst sidekick possible. Like
Even before he became Red Hood, he was just a piece of shit.
Tails. Yeah, no. Before he became Red Hood, that man would not listen to Batman, which
At all.
in a way kind of led him to being killed. Like that's his fault.
Definitely.
All you got to do is listen to Batman. Like even in the on Titans, him dying, quote unquote dying, Batman or Bruce Wayne told him, he was like, you know, I know you found Joker, but don't fight him by yourself.
Yeah.
Like hold off on that. And Jason said, fuck that. I'm gonna go find him. Got your ass beat. Killed. Boom.
That's what I love about Joker is he's so easy to underestimate. Like he's the easiest villain to be like, he's just crazy, but he's got plans like
Ooh, all right. That could be something for next time, like top 5 villains or some shit like
yeah.
that. Yeah. That you brought up a good point.
he's got to be top 3 of all time, at least.
I would put him in top 3 because like he has no superpowers, but he knows how to fuck shit up.
I feel like that's what literally puts him in top 3 is he has no superpowers, but he still gives his nigga Batman work.
That's what I'm
on
saying.
a
Like,
nightly basis.
like this man doesn't even have to like throw hands with Batman. It's
At
just
all.
like, you know what, Batman, like I have Robin, I have the entire Gotham. Like either you can save one, let the other one die,
Yeah,
or I'm gonna, just do what I gotta do. You have fun with that.
it's wild.
Some good shit though.
But I think that's a good list. Worst sidekicks of all time: Jason Todd from Batman, Tommy from Power, Roger from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Tails from Sonic, and Sokka from Avatar. That's a good list.
That's some real good shit. I can't even like be mad at that.
And would you say for honorable mention,
Usopp.
Usopp.
Usopp. He's definitely honorable mention Usopp. I definitely
Honorable mention.
I definitely gotta throw my man's in there. He's definitely he's an interesting character.
But is it the fact that Jason Todd is such a bad sidekick that is kind of a reflection of Batman?
Yikes.
If we're gonna be honest.
What did Batman do?
It's kind of
He
his
wasn't
fault.
the worst dad's argument.
All right.
It's kind of his fault, honestly.
I mean, But how?
I mean,
I want to know. Listen, I'm a Batman stan. I need to know.
I just think like he already knew how Jason Todd was beforehand, which we previously stated that like he saw him like stealing and being a nuisance to society, and was like, no, let me give this guy a chance to be Robin. That should have been a first indicator. And to keep training him through all the like, didn't he send him to the Teen Titans as a punishment? Or am I tripping? I know in the HBO series he did, but is that comic book accurate?
In the comic books, I don't remember that, but at the same time, I wouldn't put it past him for doing that because shit, anything's possible. But I don't personally remember that happening. But hey, it could have happened. I mean, but I wouldn't. I mean, yes, you could blame Batman to an extent.
Who else would you blame? He was
Jason Todd.
He was a child that literally grew up under Batman. He's literally a reflection of Batman.
So it was Batman's fault that Jason Todd was stealing?
No, but it was Batman's fault that he taught this.
Chose a garbage sidekick.
Yeah.
So it was Batman's fault that Jason Todd died?
No, but it was Batman's fault the way Jason Todd turned out.
Yeah, he was a bad sidekick.
He should have been fired.
How was that not on the main?
No, I see your point. Like it could be on him.
The fault is not of the teacher, but of the student. For sure.
I mean, that's a fair point. I'll give you that one. Like, because it's like, yes, Jason was bad, but it's like, nigga, like I'm kind of learning from you.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
If you don't teach me or show me like what's right from wrong, I'm gonna keep like being this like
gonna keep fucking up.
Right. And
Dick Grayson learned from him. Tim Drake learned from him.
But
they turned out good.
With those two, like
Barbara.
Did Barbara got shot? So
and she learned a little bit later in her life,
and her dad was fucking Jim Gordon. Yeah. So it's like
she was already
she already has some guidance. And with Dick, Batman kind of got him like at a vulnerable moment. It's like, hey, I know your parents just died, but
as well,
you want to like get revenge?
Yeah,
under my watch. And with Tim Drake, it was like, well, I'm Batman, so I guess you can work with me.
That's true. But he guided them, and they became like Tim Drake became a good Robin, Nightwing, or Dick Grayson became Nightwing, like, and then later became Batman. It was they grew up to be good people.
Yeah. So, damn, I should have brought this up. So, would you say Damien's worse than Jason Todd for a worst sidekick?
No, because Damien didn't switch up. Like Damien still is kind of like
a problem child.
Yeah, he's like a nuisance, but he's not like I mean, he kind of did in the Art of the Owls anime.
Yeah,
he kind of switched up a little bit, but nothing could be worse than the way Jason switched up on him.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like I'm trying to vouch for my man's Jason, but I can't. There's literally like all the evidence points back to him. Like you're a terrible person.
And Damian Wayne is more skilled than Jason Todd.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
I'd rather pick Damian over Jason.
Actually, no, that is fair because Damian did have training from like both sides, like my mom's side and my dad's side.
Yes.
While Jason just kind of had like
Damian is a literal prodigy.
Yeah. Like Jason had like street knowledge and knowledge from Batman. Yeah. So yeah, I'll give you that. That's a fair point.
I don't want to go into movie reviews just yet, but
but
we can talk about best live action Spider-Man suit.
I don't think there was like really that many live action Spider-Man suits.
All right, what about non-live action? Best Spider-Man suit.
There's a bunch of live action Spider-Man suits.
I mean,
more than 10 live action, like movie wise, or live action like
Tom Holland got at least 4.
Yeah, Tom Holland has 4.
By himself.
Tobey Maguire had 1, but then technically 2 if you include the wrestling suit.
And the black Spider-Man suit.
And the symbiote suit.
Andrew Garfield had 2.
Yep.
So that's
He had 2 main suits. His suit in Amazing Spider-Man 1 is different from the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
He had the vigilante joint with the red mask, and then he had the one that looked like a basketball, the red and blue one.
Yeah, his suit in Amazing Spider-Man 1 is different from his suit in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, it's better actually.
Personally, I kind of like Tom Holland, the red and black suit.
Yeah, that one's
because like when I was younger, I read a comic book and it had that suit, and like I don't know why, but like I love that color on Spider-Man, and it just stuck with me. So I like that.
Red and blue seems more Spider-Man to me.
It does, but that red and black just hits so different.
It does.
Like
it's nice.
Like just imagine like that red and black just hits so different.
That's why it looks so clean on Miles Morales.
Yikes! All right,
but it is nice.
I mean, I honestly, out of all of their like starting suits, I like Toby's little like wrestling shit.
Really,
I had that toy set and everything. I love that little ski mask, the little sweatshirt. Like I like that shit.
Would you say it's better than Tom Holland's starting Spider-Man suit? The onesie kind of with the red hoodie, with the goggles. Would you say that one's better than that?
Was that his starting suit? Because in Civil War, did he have that same suit?
Yeah,
that was a suit that Tony had grabbed in his room.
Yeah, I personally I would say that. Cause like it just looked so badass, like a little like wrestling get up.
Yeah, it
was. But tough. That onesie, it is kind of tough. A little hoodie, the little goggles,
they're both tough.
I gotta go with Toby though. I give him that advantage.
So Toby and then
Tom and then
Andrew starting.
Yeah, Andrew he kind of had like the basic starter pack, like.
But that was kind of tough. The glasses with the red mask and the black ski hat.
It's tough, but like comparing to like everybody else, like it's it's not bad. It's just compared to those two, it's not the best.
In terms of origin, I like how he kind of wasn't even like saving people. He was just like, I'm gonna go find the guy who killed Uncle Ben. I don't even care about anything else. And then he slowly transitioned into being a superhero.
I'm glad with Tom Holland Spider-Man they don't bring up Uncle Ben.
Okay,
because it's like, how many times can this man die?
Yeah, but that's like saying how many times can Batman's parents die? Like it's a pivotal part in their origin.
Yeah, but we got tired of seeing it. So that 5-minute opener that you gave us in Batman versus Superman
that was enough.
All we needed. Yeah.
Like, and
it was clean.
Like when Civil War came out, or hell, Homecoming, we're 3 years removed from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and that Uncle Ben, and then prior to that we're. 12 years removed from Uncle Ben dying in Spider-Man 1 with Toby. So it's like you're going to keep bringing back Uncle Ben just to kill him. I saw, I think it was a Disney fan day or some shit like that where they're releasing all their movies with She-Hulk or the TV shows, all this shit.
Yeah.
I saw that they are bringing out Spider-Man like freshman year or some shit like that. It's something Homecoming freshman year.
Yeah, freshman year.
I think Uncle Ben's gonna be in that too.
Freshman year, is that like a prequel?
Isn't it supposed to be like a animated?
Yeah, it's like a animated.
It's in a lineup, just MCU lineup.
Okay.
It might be college.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh, shit.
But
it's a good way to speed the story along without having to pay Tom Holland all this unnecessary amount of money.
But if Uncle Ben dies in that somehow miraculously, like.
But wasn't he a freshman in Homecoming?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, because they're on a high school trip come Far From Home, or they're going on a trip in home. Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, but Homecoming happens your freshman and sophomore year, right? Well, no, anybody can go.
Yeah,
but it's usually a freshman sophomore thing. Did you go to your homecoming when you were a senior and junior?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Hell no. I went.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I went my freshman year. That was it. I
sure.
I feel like if you go to homecoming like as like a senior or junior, it's like
it's kind of wild.
Yeah, you're kind of weird. Like go to prom, buddy. Like don't come to homecoming.
Definitely not.
I think they were or he was a freshman come homecoming.
Yeah, I think so too. Honestly, would have guessed 8th grade or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was 8th grade or a freshman because I know like they took like a class trip to DC.
Yeah. Are we doing this is now the new hour, right?
Yeah.
The Patreon hour?
Yes, finally.
Welcome to the Patreon.
You gotta say bye to the free niggas.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. Thank you for watching free on YouTube. A Blerd Watch. We appreciate it. If you want to see more content, please check out our Patreon. We got a whole nother hour of this episode, but more hours of other episodes. You got anything to say to them?
Sorry you guys missed out on this nice shit we're about to talk about.
It's about to get spicy. We about to get into reviews and all other types of dope stuff.
Cough up that $1, man. Stop being fucking
it's
cheap.
Just $1. It's just $1. And be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you.